It's SacTown Movie Buffs TV with your hosts, Kier Stows and Bunny Stewart.
And welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buff Television. Once again, it's your host, Kier the Critic.
And your bestie, Bunny Stewart.
And today in the studio, we actually have a couple of individuals who are very influential in the community, and they are here to talk about their new film, which is a short film, which is going to be Sherlock Holmes and the True Believer. So we have director, writer, producer, Danna Wilberg, and then we also have cinematographer and videographer? Editor, Tim Walton. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's good to have you. Let's kind of just take a beat back. We will get to the film and just kind of want to find out a little bit more about both of you individually. So I'll start with you, Danna. How did you get involved in being a director, writer, producer?
Oh my gosh. Well, the first time I made a film was I was here at Access.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was volunteering for another show, and then I had a show of my own, Paranormal Connection, for 15 years here. And when I found out there was a script writing contest, I was writing a book at the time and decided that it was time to make a script and maybe I could get a book trailer out of it. Well, that didn't happen, but the next year I wrote something else and I got my feet wet in producing and making films, and voila,
the rest is history.
Yeah, and then I met this guy, and we've been making magic.
Been downhill ever since.
It's been all downhill.
We've been making magic since 2016 with Afternoon Delight, which starred
goodness.
Bunny Stewart.
Oh, very
Yes,
nice.
and we just really have a good time
I
working
didn't
together.
realize that was the first time you ever worked together.
Well, okay, so my history, I actually am a documentary filmmaker. I've been making documentaries for about 25 years, and I worked for PBS for a while at KVIE here in Sacramento, and Danna was a volunteer there, and that's actually where we met.
Got it.
Yes.
And so just ran into her in the hallways at one point. We just started talking, and we connected, and she told me, she likes to do films and stuff on the side. I'm like, tell me more.
No, actually, I begged him.
Right. Please
Will
come
you
help me.
please?
So Tim, so kind of more along the same lines, kind of what excited you about cinematography and editing, and kind of how did that come about?
This is a short segment. I can't.
You're like, you know.
So the Reader's Digest version was, I started making films when I was 10 years old. I was a sci-fi geek as a kid, and I saw the original Planet of the Apes. Okay. And afterwards, a local news reporter named Harry Martin, who worked for KCRA, was appearing as an extra in the current Apes sequel. And his story was how they did the makeup. Now, by the second and third sequel, they hadn't figured out they could just put a rubber mask over the extras. So all the extras had to go through the whole prosthetic process.
Oh,
And then he went out and he interviewed somebody on the back lot in the makeup. And I went, that's Harry Martin from Sacramento. I've got to do that.
Right.
I want to do that. Well, I didn't have the ability to do makeup at 10, 12 years old. So I grabbed my dad's camera and just started shooting stuff. And I loved it. So.
Very cool. That's a very interesting way to kind of get into the biz, like going into it with one thing and then kind of saying, well, let me grab a camera and kind of improvise. So yeah. So obviously you all have worked on a couple projects together, and then you kind of want to talk about the Sherlock Holmes. How did that come about?
Okay, well, in 2020, we were supposed to host BoucherCon, the largest mystery conference in the world, in Sacramento, and it was canceled because of COVID. So they didn't know what they were going to do, and I said, well, why don't we do it online? And we had Anthony Horowitz, who is from London, who actually does a lot of Sherlock Holmes programs. He was a guest of honor.
Okay.
So I had previously gone to Baker Street West for a tea party. And I thought, oh my God, this would be the perfect place. Well, working with Tim, I just love the magic that, we make together. And I asked him, if he would be interested in putting together the videos for the opening. And he agreed, and they hired him. And we made the opening for the BoucherCon.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that film was it was like 3 minutes long. When the first off, to digress a little bit, Donna's a published mystery author. She's got a whole bunch of mystery books, and that's how she was involved
So
with it.
you love Sherlock Holmes to begin with.
And then Anthony Horowitz, who she spoke of, is the only person who was licensed by the Arthur Conan Doyle estate to write an official Sherlock Holmes sequel. So Donna, there was a lot of pressure to make something out of the pandemic, basically.
Yes.
And so their tagline was something like Sacramento, where murder is a capital crime. Get it? And but that lost it when it became a virtual conference.
Right.
And so I said, we need something that's more universal. And then it just dawned on me. I love the BBC series Sherlock.
Right.
And I said, well, who's the most famous mystery character of all times?
Right.
Sherlock Holmes. And Donna goes, I know this place. And so we went up there. We didn't have a script when we went up. We just took up the camera. I got an actress. We knew we wanted to have it. The lady who owns it also owned a rare and antiques bookstore. And so we filmed the intro of it in the rare and antiques bookstore. And then we went up to Holmes' apartment. And this is, I can't tell you how museum quality this is. It
Really?
is unbelievable. And so we just started flying off the cuff, and I was really proud of it. It looked fantastic when we were done. So
How long was it's a 30-minute, about a 30-minute or so?
no, this one was 3 minutes.
Oh, that one was only 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it was
just
the intro to the whole
to the
conference.
Just the intro,
conference.
got it,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Just to set the tone.
Yeah.
But then when I saw that CFAA had a contest for the
Creative interpretations.
Yes. So, I asked
That's a very broad term.
I know, right? So, we didn't know what we were going to do. Tim and I decided that we were going to work together.
They give you a script that it's just random lines. It has no direction, no characters, no nothing. It's just sentences, basically.
Dialogue.
You can interpret it any way you want, but you can't change a word.
That is fascinating.
Yes. And Mr. Paul over there, those were his words that we were working with, right? So we had his dialogue. I know, small world. We had his dialogue to work with. And we asked the proprietors of Baker Street West if we could film a Sherlock Holmes movie there. And they agreed, and they welcomed us with open arms. These are the nicest people you'd ever want to meet. And they have everything. They had the set, they had the costumes,
The actors,
and we shot it on,
Oh, so it
on,
was
on a
almost
cell
ready-made
phone.
for
It
you
is.
guys. You
I
didn't
know,
go
it
out and
was
do a bunch of
great.
casting and hiring and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. So
Yeah.
that makes it very, very convenient for sure.
So we shot it on a cell phone. Tim did his magic, and we ended up winning. It was great.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's already kind of making the festival circuit and all that good stuff.
That one did. This new one that we're making this to raise funds for Baker Street West because they were kind of ousted out of their location.
Right.
Now they're rebuilding. They have to resurrect everything, and they need close to $1 million to do it.
Wow.
So
They've got to make
this,
the new building ADA compliant.
yes,
Right.
yeah.
Oh, right.
So
It's
this
happening
one,
a lot in the community for
And
sure.
it's a 100-year-old building.
Yeah,
so-
so yeah, a lot of the older ones. Right.
yeah.
So you wrote this script, and it's Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes and the True Believer, and it is premiering December 6th.
December 6th.
December 6th at the Jackson Cinema is
The place.
the place.
Jackson Cinema. That's the name of the theater.
Is
Jackson
the place.
Cinema is the
The
place.
place.
Jackson
Alright.
Cinema is the place.
We have
Sherlock
3
Holmes.
shows. 2 of them
Okay.
are sold out, and there's about 6 seats left for the 3rd show.
Yes.
I'm gonna get my ticket right now.
Yeah, you better get because
Yeah.
by the time this airs, those tickets will be they'll be
You're
sold.
in. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Very
you.
cool. So, where can individuals find you if they want to work with you on another project or get more information about the film itself? What's the best way that they could locate or reach out to you?
Okay, for the film, they can go to bakerstreetwest.com. And for me, they can look me up on Facebook, Danna Dennis Wilberg, or they can go to my website, dannawilberg.com.
And Tim, if somebody wants a great editor, because I'm sure you're really amazing at it.
I have a list of names that I can refer. TimWaltonFilms.com.
Very cool. Well, I thank you both for being on the show.
Thank
Very
you
interested.
so
I can't wait to see the film.
much.
I'm sure it's going to be. It looked really good from what I saw. So.
It looked. You're gonna show the trailer too in the
Yeah,
show, right?
absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's so
it
beautiful
looks really,
and
really
cinematic.
good. So I'm very excited to check that out. So
Both of these two are award-winning, and it shows in the
Thank you.
trailer.
Thank
so
you.
thank you so
Thanks
much for
having us
coming
on.
thank you.
on.
Yeah.
Yes.